Prominent prophet draws fresh prophecy on when President Tinubu will complete his tenure in office. What is it? What is it? What is he saying? He brought prophet. Nigerians will not be tired of prophecies that do not have foundations. It is difficult when they say a Nigerian prophet or a Nigerian man of God has spoken prophetically now. It will be difficult to listen because they are all politically motivated. But let's hear this one out. Let's hear what he has to say again. It still won't be different from what others have been saying or what Nigerians know. Prominent prophet drops fresh prophecy on when President Tinubu will complete his tenure in office. Prophet Chibuzo Nkemakolam says President Tinubu will see out his term in office. Can you imagine? Professor Chibuzo Nkemakolam, the founder of the Throne of Power Ministry, he's a Jew, has said God showed him a prophecy 2 months ago that President Bola Tinubu will lead Nigeria till 2031. Pastor Nkemakolam stated that President Tinubu will neither be impeached nor will he die in office. The cleric also prophesied that Tinubu will hand over to a Nigerian leader of northern extraction who will rule for another 8 years. Can you imagine? Is this prophecy? Okay. Tinubu is the 16th and current president of Nigeria. He was the governor of Lagos State from 1999 to 2007 and a senator for Lagos West in the Third Republic. Okay. So I know many Christians are wishing the president was out of his office as soon as possible, whether in death or impeachment. But God showed me where he ruled completely for 8 years, and not only that, he also handed over to a northerner who ruled for another 8 years, making it 16 years of power in the undesired hand. And I saw a man from the south who was in agreement with the present president to take over from him after his tenure being strongly disappointed. Prominent prophet drops fresh prophecy on when Tinubu will finish. So that is exactly what he's trying to say here. All right, so what has he said? Okay, that Tinubu will rule for 8 years and then will hand over to a northerner who will rule for another 8 years, and then before that 16 years before it will come to a southerner who has been in alignment with this current administration can take over. This guy must be looking for attention. That is it. What he said here is no prophecy. It's exactly what people have been suspecting. I'm sure he just slept after the day's work, went into a very deep dream and came out and said he has seen something. Sometimes people don't even know what prophecy is. You say you saw it. So when you saw it, it's not a revelation. It's what is the difference between revelation and prophecy? Prophecy is you hear directly from God. Okay, that is where it is called prophecy. It's a message that comes in words, not in vision. Okay, if it is in vision, then it's a revelation. Okay, so that is the thing. People don't understand the difference between revelation and prophecy. Yeah, prophecy is a form of revelation, but it's in words and not in vision. That is it. So we need to know about that. So what he's saying that many Christians are wishing Tinubu to be out of office either by death or by impeachment, but it's not going to happen. Okay, so if it's not going to happen, what does that mean? That means that what you are seeing is doom, that Nigerians are going to be in penury for another 8 years of Tinubu and in penury again for another 8 years of a northern president before it will come to the south. Generally, we know that the crop of politicians will have, even if they rule for the next 30 years, it doesn't make any difference. We're not expecting anything good from the current crop of politicians except there is a drastic change. And how will that change come? It's not going to come because like this administration is already putting some persons with questionable characters, both local and international, into power, building their foundations and establishing them. It means that Nigeria is in for a long haul, having leaders with questionable character to lead Nigeria for only God knows when, indefinitely. That is it. The crop of people that have been groomed and been established in politics now are the same people that are like the old people recycling themselves. So they have developed a trend and a handover sequence that is going to put Nigeria in a very bad situation going forward. They are clueless, they are self-centered, and they don't have the interests of Nigerians at heart, and it's going to be a very bad one. Coupled with the fact that they have a cohort and a terribly wicked set of people that do not have human face in their agenda. So it's going to be a very long one for Nigerians. This prophet that is speaking, I don't know where he got his message, but well, if God spoke to him, so be it. It means that Nigeria is in for a long punishment, for a very long punishment. That is what it means. And somebody from APC is already hailing him here, saying that yes, by all politically, Tinubu will rule 8 years. Then another Hausa 8 years before South 8 years for okay for rubbish. They're just insulting will be here and the obedience. Somebody is saying here, what is prominent in this charlatan? Eh? Their God is always telling them irrelevant things. Tell us when our refinery will start working. Tell us when we will get 24 hours electricity, when insecurity will be no more. Exactly. When you look at the guy itself, you know that he's just an attention seeker. He's someone who is just looking for, uh, you know, just a young founder of a church, rather than going to join a bigger church and learn the ropes. Yeah? Because you want to answer Jew very fast and want to make money very fast. You're going to form church. That's what they do in Nigeria. They are bastardizing Christianity and making people not to like Christianity anymore. That is the truth. Quite unfortunate. Also, many pastors and prophets have said similar things, but they have met with strong, direct insult. I hope they have repented from insulting men of God. Can you imagine? When people are just doing things like this, and you know, because everybody just come out and says, "Man of God, he has heard from God," and then people start falling for what is not established. I pity people. To tell you the truth. I really pity people. Okay. So this man has said his own. Nkemakola prophet Nkemakola Chibuzo, okay, has spoken. Tinubu is 2031. Thank you very much for your prophecy. Okay. We are all watching and waiting. And we all suffer the pain and the agony of bad governance in Nigeria. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.